Oswego's 153rd commencement procession is the Mace Bearer. The mace is a symbol of the authority and of the importance of this event. The Mace Bearer, Joan Carroll, is the chairperson of the SUNY Oswego Faculty Assembly and a professor in accounting, finance, and law. The Mace Bearer is followed by Jody Longeal, representing our retiring faculty and professional staff. The undergraduate candidates in gold gowns are summa cum laude honor students from the School of Education. They have achieved SUNY Oswego's highest recognition for their dedication, their academic preparation, and their outstanding overall grade point averages. Entering the Convocation Hall are undergraduate candidates for degrees from the School of Education. Innovation in teaching methods has been a hallmark of SUNY Oswego since its founding as a teachers' college in 1861. Oswego School of Education is nationally accredited by NCATE, the National Council for the Accreditation of Teacher Education. NCATE is the premier accrediting authority for the schools of education nationwide. Our graduates will ensure a strong education system in New York and across the country. Candidates for master's degrees and for certificates of advanced study are now entering the Convocation Hall. SUNY Oswego offers more than 24 graduate degrees and certificate programs to more than 900 students. Our graduate students have pursued coursework and research with Oswego's distinguished faculty in their pursuit of advanced learning and professional courses. The distinguished faculty and emeriti faculty of the State University of New York at Oswego are now joining the procession. Our distinguished faculty include several Fulbright scholars, leaders in their field conducting millions of dollars in research, and most importantly, they are caring mentors who have made a difference in the lives of your students. The Commencement Platform Party is entering the Convocation Hall. The Platform Party consists of officers of the college, representatives from the SUNY Oswego College Council, and our guest speaker, Linda Clement. Completing the Platform Party is Deborah F. Stanley, the 10th president of SUNY Oswego.
Madam President, by authorization of the State University of New York Board of Trustees, the College Council, and the college faculty, I declare the 153rd commencement of the State University of New York at Oswego to be in session. Please rise for the singing of the national anthem led by Easton Clark. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I would like to introduce the members of the platform party. From my left in the second row, Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management, Gerald Woolfolk. Dean of Extended Learning, Jill Pippin. College Council Member, Michael Goldich. In the front row, College Council Member, Brian McGrath. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Lori Clemo. From my right, in the second row, President of the Student Association, Anthony Smith. Interim Dean of the School of Education, Pamela Michael. Vice President for Administration and Finance, Nicholas Lyons. Associate Vice President of Alumni Relations and Stewardship, Betsy Oberst. And in the front row, College Council Member Darlene Baker. Speaker, Linda Clement. President of the college, Deborah F. Stanley. And I am Chair of the Faculty Assembly, Joan Carroll. I now give you Deborah F. Stanley, President of the State University of New York at Oswego.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you for leading off this ceremony. And thank you to all of the faculty who are in attendance. We appreciate your being here. Welcome. Welcome to Oswego's commencement ceremonies. This is a momentous rite of passage of our we have 1,600 degree candidates today. I wanted to take a moment at the top of this ceremony to observe a moment of silence for those members of our college community who are no longer with us and could not be here today. Please help me. Thank you for keeping them in your thoughts and prayers. Graduation. It's a rich tradition. It recognizes your achievement, hard work, and sacrifice. And it also recognizes the hard work and sacrifice of all of you in this audience. Parents, spouses, children, supporters, you have all contributed to this crowning day. This gathering, one of the most important events in our academic year, celebrates the core mission of our vibrant and engaged college. This ritual, alternately solemn and, yes, of course, joyful, marks a milestone in all of our lives. Candidates, as you listen to the speakers today, I hope you will take away their insight as well as their good wishes. Reflect carefully on your own personal and intellectual growth since you first walked onto this campus. Reflect on the choices you have made and the lessons you have learned. And above all, enjoy this well-deserved celebration of your achievement. I now give you Darlene Baker, who will deliver remarks on behalf of the Oswego College Council.
On behalf of the SUNY Oswego College Council, it is a great pleasure to extend greetings to Oswego's class of 2014 and to your proud families, friends, and professors and distinguished members of the Platform Party. Graduates, allow me to be among the first to welcome you to your life after college. May your Oswego degree be your passport to the future and help guide you on your continuing quest for knowledge in a world filled with promise and opportunity. You will now join a 153-year succession of Oswego alumni. Thousands have flowed out of this college to forge productive lives in this state, around the nation, and the world. Now it is your turn. Those who have gone before you set a standard of success that should give you confidence. At the same time, it is a standard that you can aspire to surpass. Today we offer our wholehearted congratulations on a job well done and a warm wish of good luck as you strike out from here. As you look out onto the expansive and magnificent views of Lake Ontario from this grand vantage point, etch this inspiring horizon in your mind and carry it with you to help guide and inspire you on your personal journey to a meaningful, happy, and productive life. Congratulations and good luck. I now give you Anthony Smith, who will deliver the remarks on behalf of the student body.
I would first like to thank the faculty, staff, and our families for joining us here today. Today is an affirmation in which hard work and the years of tumultuousness that we have willingly subjected ourselves to is worth every second. It took me since Wednesday to write this speech, and I'm sorry you have to hear it again if you've been here already. But to those of you that haven't heard, I've been addressing the student body not as your student body president, but as an absolute peer and an equal. This year has held a mixture of emotions for us all, and these past few weeks have been especially taxing on our minds. This month has been a highway so fraught with various emotions that, as I was writing this speech for you all, my shoulders weighed heavily. While we have enjoyed the festivities associated with the final spring semester, and the speck of light at the end of the tunnel that seemed infinitesimal is now at our fingertips, we have faced tragedies. Members of our generation have been lost, and this school will forever be affected as a result. As a student of Oswego, it brought thoughts of mortality that I have never felt before. It reminded me that I'm not invincible, and that those around us should be cherished for all that they have brought to our lives. SUNY Oswego will recover from the losses our student body has suffered, and it will overcome. We must hold on to the experiences we have faced and look onward and forward. This is why we are here today. Past presidents have stood at the podium such as this and have reminisced about their experience in an attempt to relate to you. Today is our last day here. It's my last day addressing the student body, and I'd like to discuss the future. Over the past few months, I've been asked by numerous people, what are your plans for after graduation? What are you going to do? And I always have the same answer with a smile on my face, but deep inside, I am, as I am now, terrified of what's going to happen. I just don't know what comes next. Am I prepared for the future? Are we as a student body prepared for the future? And will we make it? Well, today, graduates, I think that we need to recognize that, yes, the future ahead of us is foggy and dangerous. But I think we're going to come out on top. You know, I don't need a script to tell you guys that sitting in these chairs, we're all feeling a mixture of emotions. And I think that for all of us to be sitting here together as one united graduating class of 2014 for SUNY Oswego, it takes a lot of confidence. And I just want to thank everybody for being here, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of your graduation, my graduation, and be a part of SUNY Oswego. I hope you all have a wonderful life, and I really wish you the best in your travels. That's all. I now give you Lori Clemmo, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs.
It is now my great pleasure and privilege to recognize our retiring professional staff. Jody Longiel, Publications Associate, Office of Publication, who has been with the college for 33 years. Please rise. Jody, you have given great service to the college and community. We wish to express our deep gratitude for your exemplary service to SUNY Oswego. We wish you well in what we hope will be a long, engaging, and productive retirement. We hope that you'll return often to the campus. You will be greatly missed. We are pleased and proud to come together as a community to celebrate all of our students as they move to new stages of their lives. We pay special tribute today to those who have achieved high academic honors. Will the graduates of the College Honors Program please stand and face the audience to accept our congratulations? Will all students who are members of honorary societies in their department or college please stand and face the audience to accept our congratulations? Will the cum laude graduates, those students who have achieved a cumulative average of 3.30 to 3.59, please stand and face the audience to accept our congratulations. Will the magna cum laude graduates, those students who have achieved a cumulative average of 3.6 to 3.79, please stand and face the audience to accept our congratulations. Will the summa cum laude graduates, those students who have achieved a cumulative average of 3.8 or above, please stand and face the audience and accept our congratulations. And now, will the parents, spouses, families, and friends of all of our graduates please rise and accept our grateful recognition? Finally, will the faculty, emeriti faculty, and professional staff with us today please rise and accept our expression of appreciation for your work.
It's now my great pleasure to introduce an accomplished Oswego alumna who has dedicated her life to education. A 1971 graduate of SUNY Oswego, Dr. Linda Clement, this year celebrates 40 years at the University of Maryland, where she is now Vice President for Student Affairs. She also teaches and advises master's and doctoral students in the university's Department of Counseling and Personnel Services. Dr. Clement is active in scholarly research and has written many journaled articles and book chapters, as well as her own book, Effective Leaders in Student Services, Voices from the Field. At the national level, she has served as a trustee and chair for the College Board. As I know from personal experience, college and university presidents seek and value her advice. Please join me in welcoming our distinguished speaker, Dr. Linda Clement.
Good afternoon, President Stanley, esteemed faculty and staff, family and friends of our graduates, and the graduating class of 2014. This is your day. I am so pleased to be here to share it with you. Oswego is my birthplace. It is the community that nurtured me through my young life. This college is the place that gave me my identity and helped me understand my values. It also launched me into a career of working with young people that has been very, very rewarding. So I'm very grateful to this place, very appreciative. I see so clearly how my career was shaped by my experiences here at SUNY Oswego. I grew to love working with students as an advisor in the orientation program. I honed my leadership skills through my sorority, Alpha Sigma Chi, and I've got one out there. And I also learned about cultural differences and understanding other people's points of view in classes like Shakespeare, all English literature, psychology, philosophy, and so many others. And my love of education and the teaching learning process was born here in the College of Education, mentored by wonderful faculty members. So I hope that you too will have a chance sometime today to reflect on all this college has given you, because it's given many of us so many opportunities. Those of us who love this place and are away from it tend to exaggerate and glorify it, I will tell you. So the sunsets over Lake Ontario are not just beautiful, they are spectacular, and they beat out the Aurora Borealis in Alaska. You will learn to talk like this over the years. Of course, the Coney Hots at Rudy's are like an inferno. Nothing like a Coney at Rudy's. And I will tell you that I'm going to get one before I leave here this weekend. And the winters. Do I need to say more about the winters in Oswego? The winters here, the snowbanks are 10 feet high, right? And winter lasts from September to May. And I think that last comparison is no exaggeration, because it's been pretty cold since I got here. I do want to sing the praises of the wonderful people here in this place. President Stanley and her leadership team lead this place so capably, it's wonderful to watch from a distance. The faculty and staff here in the School of Education mentor our students and have such a strong commitment to their education. And you, the graduates, I know what commitments you have to working with the students you've been trained to work with. So I congratulate all of you today for committing your lives to education of young people. This is a choice you have made, and it will be a life of great challenge. I believe that working in education provides a magic window on the world. Families will entrust their precious children to your care, and you, each and every one of you, will have the power to shape the future of countless individuals and society as a whole. Recently, I read a very compelling book, The Other Wes Moore, by Wes Moore, and I had a chance to meet this extraordinary author. He is an accomplished businessman, the winner of countless awards and recognitions. He tells his own story, and he tells the story of another Wes Moore, both of whom grew up in challenging neighborhoods in the city of Baltimore, Maryland. While the author, a Rhodes Scholar, is an accomplished person, the other Westmore is now serving 20 years in prison for being part of a botched robbery in which a police officer lost his life. So he asks himself, why did these two lives turn out so differently? There are many reasons, but the influence of teachers at pivotal points and critical times for these two young men made all the difference. As the author Westmore points out, the ability of educators to take an interest in young people, to care, to truly care, is what makes the difference. And I believe that many of you feel the same way. We as educators can influence whether people end up in corporate boardrooms or prisons. That's a pretty important responsibility. We can make our classrooms learning environments where people feel that their stories are really heard and that we know what challenges they face in their lives. We can create classrooms that help our students excel. That is the power educators have and exercise every day. E.M. Forrester once said, "One person with passion is better than 40 people who are merely interested." Each of you graduating today has the power to be that person with passion, that person who influences the next generation of Westmores to lead productive lives. I have a caution for you about this wonderful life you're about to lead, and it is that there are not enough hours in the day to do everything we want to do and accomplish for our students. There are always more papers to grade, there are always more lessons to be written. There are people, students, colleagues, parents who want to see us and need our time and attention. There will be times when you'll wonder, how can I button that coat on that kindergartner 5 more times? Or how can I correct the grammar of that middle schooler yet 1 more time? But I think you will see the rewards in the smiles of that kindergarten when he looks up at you gratefully, and sometimes years later when you receive a letter from one of your students who says, "Your editing made all the difference, and now I've got my first job at NASA." You will know in those moments how you've contributed to many lives. You will be proud, and rightfully so. But it's also very important that you build a life beyond work that makes sense. Search for friends who will bring you joy and laughter. Find people that you will love and that will love you back. In the end, our lives are made up of moments. And those moments we remember most are the ones shared with people who are most important to us. Lastly, honor this institution and the impact it's had on you. You can do that by speaking well of it, by staying connected with friends that you've met here, and by coming back here as proud alumni. I encourage you to take time to give back of your time and your talent. I want to end by telling you that only one person in 1 million people in the world has a college degree, only 1 in 1 million. Today you achieve what only 1 in 1 million have done. You graduate from this wonderful place with a college degree. Congratulations to graduates, your family, the School of Education, and this wonderful college. Go forth.
Thank you very much, Dr. Clement. It's truly an honor for our students to be able to hear those words from you. Thank you. I now give you Dean of Extended Learning, Jill Pippin.
Candidates for master's degree and the certificate of advanced study, please rise. Madam President, I have the honor to present these candidates for the master's degree and for the certificate of advanced study.
By the authority vested in me by the University of the State of New York, the Board of Trustees, and the faculty of this college, I confer on you the master's degree or the certificate of advanced study and invest you with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. To signify this honor, master's degree graduates will have the hood bestowed upon them. Congratulations.
Graduate degree recipients, please come forward to be hooded. Families and guests are requested to hold their applause until all names are read.
Michael Jorgensen, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Casey Doyleson, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Joan Kime, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Doreen Bergman, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Jason Nephew, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Heather Sylvia, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Katie Regan, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Barbara Grenga, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Mary Ellen Robertson, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Aaron Simmons, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Erica Leach, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Joelle Griffa, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Michael Penselli, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Marjorie Ball Williams, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Julie Barup, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Emily Remington, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Maren Farney, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Emily Morrow, Master of Science in Education, Childhood Special Education.
Grace Maxon.
Courtney Claflin, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Counseling Services.
Johanna Molluscon, Certificate of Advanced Study, Interdisciplinary Trauma Studies.
Jordan Oathout, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
John Randall, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Tanya Hamalio, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Rebecca Campbell, Master of Science in Education, Literacy, Birth through 6.
Melissa Fendrick, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Alina Morbalo, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Counseling Services.
Jennifer Thiel, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Counseling Services.
Thea Durant, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Counseling Services.
Karen Schmidt, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Counseling Services.
Matthew Heckerman, Master of Science in Education, Vocational Technical Education.
Peter Sullivan, Master of Science in Education, Family and Consumer Sciences.
Patricia Huggins, Master of Science in Education, Vocational Technical Education.
Kelly Long, Master of Arts in Teaching, Students with Disabilities, Adolescence Education, Biology.
Stephanie Cornell, Master of Arts in Teaching, Students with Disabilities, Adolescence Education, 7 through 12, Biology.
Benjamin Noonan, Master of Arts in Teaching, Students with Disabilities, Adolescence Education, TESOL.
Emel Yuskel, Master of Science in Education, Adolescence Education, English, 7 through 12.
Luisa Ruiz, Master of Arts in Teaching, Students with Disabilities, Adolescence Education, TESOL.
Annette Rivera, Master of Arts in Teaching, Students with Disabilities, Adolescence Education, 7 through 12. Oswego Residency Initiative for Teacher Excellence.
Cassandra Pryor, Master of Arts in Teaching, Students with Disabilities, Adolescence Education, Math. Oswego Residency Initiative for Teaching Excellence, Oright grantee.
Nicole Hutchinson, Master of Arts in Teaching, Oright SWD, Adolescence Education, 7 through 12, Chemist, Oswego Residency Initiative for Excellence in Teacher Education.
Ashley Gershner, Master of Arts in Teaching, Students with Disabilities, Adolescence Education, Math. Oswego Residency Initiative for Teacher Excellence grantee.
Melanie Groff, Master of Arts in Teaching, Students with Disabilities, Adolescents Education, 7 through 12 Biology, Oswego Residency Initiative for Teacher Excellence.
Kelly Purcell, Master of Arts in Teaching, Students with Disabilities, Adolescents Education, Biology, Oswego Residency Initiative for Teacher Excellence grantee.
Maureen Scoville, Master of Arts in Teaching, Students with Disabilities, Adolescents Education, 7 through 12, TESOL, Oswego Residency Initiative for Teacher Excellence.
Noel Montero, Certificate of Advanced Study, Counseling Services, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Taran Turetsky, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, School Psychology.
Alisa Spawn, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, School Psychology.
Gregory Rossi, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, School Psychology.
Danielle Burgos, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, School Psychology.
Sarah Duell, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, School Psychology.
Amanda Barker, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, School Psychology.
Elizabeth Tiffany, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, School Psychology.
Elizabeth Ladd, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, School Psychology.
Tracy Thompson, Master of Science in Teaching, Childhood Education, 1 through 6.
Jacqueline Bolter, Master of Science in Teaching, Childhood Education 1 through 6.
Alicia Hafner, Master of Science in Teaching, Childhood Education 1 through 6.
Jasmine Price, Master of Science in Teaching, Adolescence Education, English 712.
Zachary Zuloff, Master of Science in Teaching, Childhood Education 1 through 6.
Danielle Citro, Master of Science in Teaching, Adolescence Education, Physics 7 through 12.
Brianna Graham, Master of Science in Teaching, Adolescence Education, Chemistry 7 through 12.
Kathleen Purrington, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Brenda McCausland, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Counseling Services.
Mary Koskowski, Master of Science in Education, Literacy 5 through 12.
Allison Metzger, Master of Science in Education, Literacy 5 through 12.
Brianna Kassler, Master of Science in Education, Literacy, birth through 6.
Angela Tombolilo, Master of Science in Education, Literacy, birth through 6.
Nicola Malone, Master of Science in Education, Literacy Education.
Jennifer Culp, Master of Science in Education, Literacy, birth through 6.
Amy McKinstry, Master of Science in Education, Literacy, birth through 6.
Brandon Farmer, Master of Science in Education, Literacy, birth through 12.
David Runga, Master of Science in Education, Adolescence Education, Social Studies 712.
Christopher Gentile, Master of Science in Education, Literacy, 5 through 12.
Jane Brown, Master of Science in Education, Childhood Education 1 through 6.
Joseph Lorafis, Master of Science in Education, Technology Education.
Katie Luke, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Mental Health Counseling, Play Therapy.
Hannah Knoll, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Mental Health Counseling, Play Therapy.
Danielle Urbanak, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Mental Health Counseling, Play Therapy.
Christy Connor, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Mental Health Counseling, Play Therapy.
Bailey Smith, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Mental Health Counseling, Play Therapy.
Ariel Perez, Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, Counseling Services.
Craig Gilkey, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Please join me in offering congratulations to the graduates. I now give you Pamela Michael, Interim Dean of the School of Education.
Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in the School of Education, please rise. Madam President, Madam President, I have the honor to present these candidates for the baccalaureate degree.
By the authority vested in me by the University of the State of New York, the Board of Trustees, and the faculty of this college, I confer on you the baccalaureate degree and invest you with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. To signify this honor, move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations.
Baccalaureate degree graduates, please come forward to receive congratulations from your interim dean and the president. Families and guests are requested to hold their applause until all names are read.
Michelle O'Mara, summa cum laude.
Anika Perkins, summa cum laude.
Nicole Leader, summa cum laude.
Holly Rhodes, summa cum laude.
Kaylee Nelson, summa cum laude.
Emily Aiken, summa cum laude.
Sarah Weller, summa cum laude.
Casey Simmons, summa cum laude.
Brianna Carnival, summa cum laude.
Rachel Reed, summa cum laude.
Heather Bianco, summa cum laude.
David Titanic, summa cum laude.
Laura Murtha, summa cum laude.
Owen Cook, summa cum laude.
Alyssa Gauthier, summa cum laude.
Rachel Weimer, summa cum laude.
Melissa Lagoto.
Kaylee Moore.
Michael Lenardi.
Ashley Caraba, magna cum laude.
Ashley Fiorelli, cum laude.
Alexa Krusky, cum laude.
Courtney Cosentino.
Brittany Wingardner.
DJ Mazzoni, cum laude.
Stephen Cavadine, cum laude.
Matthew Brady.
Robert Drexler.
Christopher Mendez.
Jillian Rice.
Luis Rodriguez.
Darlinda Brownlee.
Vincent Kovac, cum laude, College Honors Program.
Aaron Irwin, magna cum laude.
Samantha Moss.
Hannah Noon, cum laude.
Michael Scrow.
Noah Carroll.
Peter Tierney.
Macaulay Porter.
Madison Tuller.
Alexis Avery.
Daniel Walsh, cum laude.
Kimberly Mina, magna cum laude.
Courtney Norrell.
Ashley Collins, cum laude.
Bradley Buck, cum laude.
Danielle Hinckley.
Kyle Hollander.
Joseph Calder.
Jenna Durasmo.
Bridget Biagini.
Brittany Calcagno.
Amanda Schultz, cum laude.
Aaron Roberts.
Rada Vasquez Beato.
Genesis Milo, cum laude.
Melissa Sims.
Chelsea Hunt, cum laude.
Leslie Jarvis.
Melissa Seamont.
Matthew Pilo, cum laude.
Katie Flood, cum laude.
Aaron Malloy.
Mary Bergman, cum laude.
Paula Eggleston, cum laude.
Lauren Nunziato.
Jessica Catricala.
Jennifer Robbins.
Leah Ciatoli, cum laude.
Talia Harrison.
Jody Downs.
Brittany Rose.
Kelly Chan.
Elizabeth Jenners.
Kirsten Reimers, cum laude.
Zoe Whitney, cum laude.
Alexandra Botino.
Lauren Mason.
Jessica Turo.
Jason Ramirez.
Kristen Degarian, cum laude.
Sarah Wellington, magna cum laude.
Kyle Yost.
Alexander Friedrich.
Julian Marzocchi.
Thomas Curry.
Scott Buniak, cum laude.
Troy Forbes.
Jennifer Hand.
Sarah Kaushorowski, cum laude.
Caitlin Gallo.
Bahar Bey.
Brittany Snyder.
Alicia Del Caso.
Lisa Metalman.
Amanda Toscano.
Maya Siegel.
Joshua Stockwell, cum laude.
Francesca Grimaldi.
Katie Anglin.
Christina Colio.
Kenneth Bailey.
Stephanie Gibney.
Amy Mattison.
Sophia Lacretis.
Matthew Gilmore.
Nicole Anjos.
Nicole Campia.
Lindsay Fisher, cum laude.
Shannon Bishop.
Sarah Herbrand, cum laude.
Emily DeFabio, cum laude.
Catherine Ferletti.
Monica Gage, cum laude.
Danielle Fauci, magna cum laude.
Caitlin Johnson.
Jessica Inazo.
Shannon Bandinelli, cum laude.
Carly Tate, cum laude.
Bethany Humphrey.
Ashley Graulich.
Vincent Zerillo.
Megan Puff, magna cum laude, college honors program.
Catherine Riley, magna cum laude, college honors program.
Cecilia Hill.
Nicholas Referee.
Erica Urena.
Chelsea Kowalski.
Bridget Oyer.
Brenna Wolson.
Amanda Prince.
Caitlin Deitis.
Angela Finch.
Marion Ottenwarder, cum laude.
Nathan Brock.
Adam Rosenbarker.
Caitlin Beardsley.
Casimira Gearing, cum laude.
Kaylee Sweeney.
Jenna King, magna cum laude.
Elizabeth Gomez.
Nicole Caluzzi.
Jessica Tomas, cum laude.
Lindsay Prentice, magna cum laude.
Jessica Lichardi, cum laude.
Allegra Uva.
Brianna Nichols.
Jessica Sandler.
Caitlin Trimble.
Emma Kelly.
Amanda Vero.
Rebecca Brigham.
Sophie Breed, cum laude.
Andrew Richards.
Joseph Kissinger.
Caitlin Hammond.
Macy Mahoney.
Michael Audi.
Daniel Vinette, cum laude.
David Royce.
Nicholas Ottinger, cum laude.
Sarah Cerrone.
Matthew Killian.
Ethan Lucas, cum laude.
Michael Tarnowski.
Andrew Graff, magna cum laude, college honors program.
Zachary O'Neill.
Adam Nesbitt, cum laude.
Omar Santiago.
Jonathan Shine.
Kristen Hellinger, magna cum laude.
Brianna Streeter.
Nicholas Pino.
Tiffany Cleveland.
I did it, Mommy! Martha Pilot.
Matthew Maggio, magna cum laude.
Marissa Wagner, cum laude.
Jennifer Parrish, cum laude.
Megan McNitt.
Allison Naprioski, magna cum laude.
Emily Conway, cum laude.
Katrin Freeman, cum laude. Tracy Vale, cum laude. Jennifer White.
Evangel Guadalupe, cum laude.
Maria Boyko, cum laude.
Angela Matarazzo, magna cum laude.
Sarah Reel.
Ashley Constantino, cum laude.
Nina Morallo, cum laude.
Catherine Britt Busler.
Matthew Falta.
Kaylee DeWolf, cum laude.
James Dale.
Ashley Shepler, cum laude.
Shannon Molduff, cum laude.
Timothy Conway.
Catherine Felice.
Aaron Deering, cum laude.
Jamie Saladin, magna cum laude.
Taylor Belge.
Colleen Cracchiola.
Lillian Stenson, magna cum laude.
Caitlin Petrella.
Kathleen Mifsud.
Donald Weisensall.
Nicholas Holes.
Andrew Orima.
I now give you Betsy Oberst, Associate Vice President of Alumni Relations and Stewardship.
In 1886, the Oswego Normal School Alumni Association was formally established at the 25th anniversary of the college. For more than 128 years, the Alumni Association has provided a vital link between 78,000 Oswego alumni and their alma mater through student programs, career networking, alumni events, philanthropic support, and reunions. On this special occasion that launches our newest graduates into the world to carry on the work of our college's founder, Edward Austin Sheldon, please join me in welcoming Melissa Logato, who will present the alumni banner on behalf of the class of 2014.
On behalf of the Oswego Alumni Association, I am proud and honored today to welcome the class of 2014, the newest members into the Oswego Alumni Association. Today, we celebrate the rich history of our proud school and pledge to carry on the legacy of our founder, Edward Austin Sheldon. It gives me great pleasure to present to you President Stanley, on behalf of the class of 2014, a symbol of our growth, our accomplishment, our futures, and most importantly, our promise to maintain the rich heritage of Oswego and our unique network of more than 78,000 proud alumni who have graduated from this college before us, the class of 2014 banner.
Great job, Melissa. Got it? Yep. Okay. Okay, graduates, your ceremony is almost over. I have one more opportunity to address you before you leave this hallowed ground. I want to offer you some encouragement as you go forward on your life's journey. I hope as I asked you to do up front, that you listen to our speakers today, especially your leader, Anthony Smith, who told you a little bit about the mystery of the future that's coming ahead of you and how to be brave through it, how to be ready for it. And you heard Dr. Clement talk about how Oswego gave her a start that really launched her into her life because of the nurturing and the eye-opening experiences that she had here. So think about those experiences. So you have a day of celebration. It's a day of celebration, yes, but sometimes you might have some sad goodbyes in this day. You've earned the right to be the center of attention and possibly the right to take just a small break, not a long one, for at least a few days to decompress, to savor your accomplishments, and to reflect on the life to date that you had here, but also the possibilities that lie ahead. You have decisions and challenges, big and small, facing you right now. Where will you live? How will you live? Will you fit in? Will you succeed? On whose terms? Will you keep in touch? The world that awaits you has much larger challenges. You can choose to be part of the solutions for your communities and even for the global problems that we all face. Will you volunteer? We hope so. Will you stay informed? We hope so. Will you reduce the carbon footprint? We hope that too. My message to you today is that you have the power to take charge of your life and more. You have the power to contribute to a better future for all of us. We are relying on you. The choices you make shape the person you become. The arc and length of the life that you lead today and in the future, and the people you touch in ways you may never know, will make that difference. The late Nelson Mandela, a man whose life had tremendous impact on his nation and people all over the world, offered his advice and blessing. He said, "May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears." Our college has equipped you, as you heard from our other speakers, with knowledge, helped you gain skills, trained you with experiences that prepare you to act on your hopes and become your best possible self. To reach out and engage people from other cultures and other backgrounds, we hope. To tackle and endeavor to solve problems, technical, logistical, social, and to take a chance when the goal is a worthy one. To know that failure is only temporary and every day dawns with new possibilities. You took a hopeful path when you came here, and the path you were on while you were here. It took you to today. Recall the goals you set and achieved, the ways you have stretched and grown intellectually and personally, the challenges you have met, and the obstacles I know most of you have had to overcome. You have changed and grown, perhaps unexpectedly, but certainly in profound ways. And because of your own individual transformation, I contend that each of you is now ready to help transform the world for the better. As Nelson Mandela also told us, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. So I charge you now to embrace your life, embrace this adventure. There are opportunities you never dreamed of waiting to be discovered. Seize your future, be powerful, change the world. Congratulations and Godspeed.
Please stand while Easton Clark leads us in the singing of the alma mater. The words are printed on the back of the program and on the screens above. Please be seated. Not for long. Families and guests are requested to remain in their seats until all graduates have left the Convocation Center. Immediately following the ceremony, you are invited to reunite with your graduate at a reception held in the tent north of the Convocation Center. Madam President, I declare the 153rd commencement to be adjourned.